Last weekend we stayed at the coziest 17th century farmhouse in the breathtaking Lake District in the northwest of England. We had plans to show you the farmhouse, but also explore the area for you. The weather forecast predicted a big storm, and we became housebound. With a storm outside, we found coziness, a perfect calming escape, and a relaxing retreat. So sometimes you can make as many plans as you want, but it's not always working out. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. Hello from the beautiful Lake District.
Hello! Now, because we're forced to stay inside, we will just cozy up and show you this wonderful farmhouse.
Yes, Storm Gareth made other plans for us. We would have loved to show you more of this gorgeous area. The Lake District is stunning.
Yes, but we've been told it's not safe, so we're staying inside.
Yeah, the storm is coming up, so we just get cozy. We hope you will enjoy it anyway. I'm pretty sure we will. Well, there are definitely worse places where you could end up in this terrible storm, and I thought I would take this opportunity to give you a tour of the downstairs, starting here in the gorgeous farmhouse kitchen. And as you can see, it has very high ceilings, so this is one of the two additions on either side of the farmhouse. And I really love the style of this kitchen because somehow it reminds me of All Creatures Great and Small with the farmhouse table, but most of all because of the beautiful Aga. In case you're not familiar with an Aga, I like to describe it as a heater actually, because an Aga is switched on all winter because it warms up the entire kitchen. It's switched off in summer, so yeah, really love standing here. And this one has two plates, and of course they're hot. You can start cooking right away. And they are very popular here in the UK. So these are antique Delft tiles, which are always so stunning. I wish they wouldn't be that pricey. And I especially love the combination with gorgeous copper pots. What I really like in here is that the owners use two shades for the kitchen units and here the woodwork. So this here is more like a neutral and brown shade, and it's from Paint and Paper Library called Caddy. And then this wonderful deep red. So this very big ladder is my favorite in here because I just love the color. And I think when I will show you the snug, the walls are painted in a wonderful red, and I do have the name for it. I think that might be the very same shade, so stay tuned. This here is actually the fridge. Very 50s style, but very big. So one fridge here and another one here on this side. Very big. Let me show you the units from here. Behind this, and you wouldn't really expect it, is actually the dishwasher. What I also find such a great idea is that they used an Anatolian blanket as a door curtain. Really great idea, and in houses like this you simply need it because usually they're quite drafty. They also have so many cookbooks here. You could stay here for weeks provided you bring enough groceries, of course. More cookbooks here, and then next to the larder, see? And I really love that they have all kinds of cookbooks from Mary Berry to Jamie Oliver, Otto Lengi, everything. So these are the kitchen tiles, and when we step into the original part of the farmhouse, you can see flagstone floors, which I love so much. They are simply characterful. Down here is one bedroom, which is the smallest bedroom. So the farmhouse sleeps 8 people. And when we arrived and had a look around, we thought that this back in the day might have been the kitchen, because you can see the stove here and it looks like an oven there. It's a very gorgeous, small but gorgeous room. I especially love the bed with I think this is an antique striped linen fabric, and I simply love the carvings. So many nooks and crannies. It would have been nice to go for lovely walks. I think this here is a very famous book of the Lake District, showing you the best, or mentioning the best lakeland views. I think we have to get that one. So the owners, they actually kept most of the walls in an off-white or neutral shade and added colourful textiles. I think that's a wonderful idea, because then as you can see, there are all the original beams and the thick stone walls. It just keeps the character of the house. And this is what makes it very special. See, here's a window seat, and in these old houses, what people usually do is they use a lot of rugs to keep it warm. Let's go to the hall, which reminds me so much of Poldark. So from the small bedroom, you step into the hall, which is our favourite room and the heart of the house. So especially this bit here with the tapestry and the antique furniture reminds me so much of Poldark. I can't help it. I think he might step in any minute. Who knows? Look how cosy it is. So we made a fire, and the only thing we can do currently is sit by the fire, read a book, drink tea, and hopefully this storm will be over soon. But it's a wonderful, wonderful room. So cozy and rustic. We absolutely love that they used a deep blue shade for the sofas here. Lots of colourful cushions, and look here, I really love these two armchairs. Here's another one, and the fabric is a gorgeous bought linen fabric from Pierre Frey. See, the blue piping is so striking, and I think most of the cushions in here and blinds are from the interior decorator Susan DeLis. She's also a textile designer, and this ottoman is, as far as I know, from Robert Kime, who sadly passed away 2 years ago. He was such an incredible British interior designer. I just loved everything he did. One of the most special things in here is actually this wooden spice cupboard, and as you can see, it's from 1715. It's in such a great condition. So here I also love this gorgeous shelf with beautiful ceramics and pottery. My favourite piece in here is actually this wonderful lamp base, because as you can see, it's painted, has gorgeous colours, and I think this would be something that you would find in Charleston House. We've never been, so it's high time we visit it. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, have a look at this antique piece. This is very striking, isn't it? next to the hall is the dining room, which I really, really love. And also this room reminds me so much of Paul Doug. I think it definitely has to do with this wonderful wooden wall paneling and the antique furniture here. I love the country chairs and the round table. Now, this room is painted, I hope you can see it, in a yellow, and it's from Farrow and Ball, called India Yellow, which is very moody. It just adds to the character of this space. I hope you can see this. Now, here is the former window seat, because this is where the farmhouse ended. I will show you next door because that's the other addition. We have a little bit of a Christmas decoration. Sadly, that's the only thing. This Christmas tree. I think the farmhouse would look incredible, all decked out for Christmas. It's actually how I came across it. It was in House and Garden, I think 2 years ago, and it was there. It was in the Christmas edit. This is also such a great idea. So they used a Susani for a curtain. That's really clever. I love this. I love the antique mirror and the cabinet. And Jörg said his favourite bit in here is the lamp base here with the parrot. It's definitely gorgeous. I like it a lot. You can hear the floorboards. So we have the original wooden floorboards here, and they are very creaky, but it just adds to the character of the house. We just heard a noise, and I think a tree might have collapsed.
Yes. I need really to check out what happened, because I think here one tree came down.
Yeah.
But also you've got that old tree here. So it looks like 2 trees came down.
Yeah. See, and that's the reason why they said in the news people should stay inside. Yeah. It's too dangerous. Oh no, I always feel so bad when a tree comes down. So next to the dining room is the snug, which I absolutely adore. I mean, you can see a big sofa. What they did here, I think, to perfection actually, they did such a great mixture of old pieces like this octagonal table, and then more of a contemporary piece like this sofa, or you can see here the desk, very contemporary as well, next to this amazing fireplace that I will use tonight because I plan on writing Christmas cards. So here, this gorgeous red on the wall is from Farrow and Ball, and it's called Picture Gallery Red, and I thought this might be the very same shade as the cabinets in the kitchen. It could be. This wall paneling, to me, adds so much character to a space. I also love the fabric of this chair, which I figure might also be from Susan DeLis. Here's a wonderful rug. So they have a lot of their rugs are Anatolian rugs, and they are very stunning. Next door is very unexpected because it's so different. This is like an English country house. Now this is the drawing room, and as you can see, like the kitchen, because it's part of the other addition, it has very high ceilings, and it's so big, it's actually huge. this most definitely is a country house feel. I do love the brand Lewis and Wood. We have some upholstery in our house by them, and I've known them for decades. So this fabric is from Lewis and Wood, and it's called Nord. It's taken from a 19th century French quilt. I think that the cushions are again from Susan de Lis, as are the curtains. I will link the website, the Susan de Lis website, for you in case you don't know her, because her fabrics are absolutely incredible. What I absolutely love are all the books in here. So many books, so many coffee table books, a lot of fashion books. You have Valentino here, and English country house books, or here, English house style. I really love that. And another incredible feature in here is actually this fireplace. I can't believe it. I think, to me, this is so unexpected in comparison to the original rooms of the farmhouse. I hope you liked it so far. I will film the upstairs for you tomorrow morning, and now we will have a little tea break. There's nothing else you can do. So we do have a tiny problem,
Yes,
actually.
but a very tiny one.
Yes. Last night we didn't have time to do grocery shopping.
No.
And today, well, we can't do it. We can't leave the house.
No, because of the weather. We won't do it. That's it, we won't do it. It's too, I think it's a bit risky.
Yes,
No?
it's too risky.
But we've got some sausages, some bread, some potatoes.
Yes.
So we'll manage to get something.
We had plans to do something that we do for Christmas Eve in
German
Germany.
potato salad.
And sausages.
Yeah.
Wiener Würstchen. We might do that tomorrow. Another thing that luckily we brought are some German Christmas biscuits. So I brought the small tin. Jörg, I also brought some napkins. Festive napkins. And Jörg hasn't really tried the Springerle.
No.
He won't starve, because last night Jörg said he needs a bread. See, we have 2 loaves of bread.
Yes. Then some.
Biscuits?
Yep.
Huge. They are huge.
Yeah. Coffee.
Porridge oats. We have milk.
Yeah.
2 bottles of wine.
Yeah. True.
Well, we brought this.
Yeah.
We're not
And-
spicy. Yeah.
What?
And look, all the jam and marmalade.
Yeah.
So much.
And what I like most
Yes.
is,
Yeah.
I think that's a kind of fruit loaf.
Yeah.
Tea cake. And
Yeah.
that's a chocolate Swiss roll.
Yeah. And then we need to show you what we have, so we definitely won't be starving. So we have Wiener Würstchen. mini bockwurst sausages. We brought eggs and they gave us eggs. So see, plenty of eggs.
We've got bacon.
We've got bacon.
And
we've got
lots of milk.
Lots of milk. So we can definitely help ourselves. And we brought potatoes.
Yes.
So that's good.
And there's some rice here. So
well, I'm not sure we will be using the
we'll
rice.
definitely
but
get something to eat.
Yes, yes. We usually, when we do self-catering, we always bring something. So I'm relieved. The weather might be bad, but where there's tea, there's hope.
Yeah.
We will have to live by that. These are the biscuits that we made in last week's video. Springerle, which are from the area where Jörg comes from. And then these are Pfeffernüsse, weiße Pfeffernüsse. The funny thing is, so this version doesn't have any spices. And we think because we used a very old recipe back in the day.
So they're Pfeffernüsse without pfeffer.
Without pfeffer, without any spices. But I think it definitely has to do with the fact back in the day, spices were expensive, and this is why it's such a simple recipe. But they are very good, definitely very good. So Jörg needs to try these because many of you asked how they are.
They're really good.
Yeah?
Full of flavor.
Okay, I admit it. I'm wearing PJs. I just need to be and feel cozy in this weather. It's still very blusterous. Jörg doesn't wear PJs. I don't know why, but he's cooking dinner. So, what kind of wine is it?
It's a Spanish red wine. Cheers.
Cheers. And this is our dinner.
Yeah, Bratkartoffeln. And Speck.
Bratkartoffeln mit Speck, so roast potatoes.
And later on some eggs, fried eggs.
So we can't complain. That's a good... I mean, it's good that we brought potatoes.
Yes.
So, and...
I'm doing my best.
And there, can you open this? There's...
A lot of...
Tons of spices.
Yes.
No, it's good. I'm glad that we didn't go outside because it would have been, especially driving, would have been too dangerous, I think.
Especially after we could see that tree collapsing.
Exactly. So Jörg, because this Aga is so warm, Jörg always stands here because it's so snuggly. And whenever you see an Aga in houses where there are dogs, usually the dog beds are in front of the Aga and they so enjoy that as well. And this is our dinner sorted. Looks pretty good. We haven't had time to buy groceries, so this looks fantastic. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, for me, I had a terrible night. I was scared. That was the first time. The storm was so bad.
Yes, and it was blowing and it was noisy and
It was I mean, you might laugh because I'm quite sensitive to noise, so I'm using earplugs. Jörg is not snoring, by the way. I'm just using them, and I could hear the storm over them. It was so bad. I was scared, honestly. What do you think?
Especially after the tree came down yesterday.
Yes, it was so much worse than expected. But now I think it's getting better.
It might calm down in the afternoon.
Yes, hopefully. So, yeah, it was a good decision not to step outside and do anything else. That would have been too risky. But now I want to show you the upstairs as promised yesterday. Give you a tour of the upstairs rooms. Okay, let's go upstairs. And this door, by the way, somehow reminds me of a saloon door in the States. So, and there's one thing that I love very much. I want to be careful so that you're not getting seasick or anything. So I'm starting here with this corner because I absolutely love this. So there's a corner where you can sit down and read a book. So they have a bookshelf here, and I think it's a wonderful idea to have that. So what I noticed here upstairs are these gorgeous rugs. I think they're not even rugs, they are blankets, probably Anatolian blankets as well. And I think they look amazing with the dark wood. And as I told you yesterday, they kept most of the walls neutral, so the colourful textiles add so much character and charm, and of course texture. So here on this side is an antique chest of drawers, and I want to show you the small bedroom here because I think this is actually my favourite room. I really love it. I love the quilt and just everything about it. This antique piece, which I think might be from Sweden, and Jemima Puddle Duck, of course, by Beatrix Potter. We would have loved to show you Beatrix Potter's farm, but we wouldn't be allowed to film there, I'm afraid. So what I really like here is the mural. At first we thought, okay, this might be the actual view out of the window, but I don't think it is. Not really. There's a lot of flooding actually. It does calm down. It would be so nice to go for a walk, but we have to come back. I really like the linen blind here. Stripes are always nice. They always work. I really like the bed. It's almost the very same like the one we have at home in our guest bedroom, an iron bed. I remember so well when we moved here, I've always dreamt of having an iron bed, so we have one for the master bedroom at home as well. See, and I think colourful cushions just add so much fun. And I mustn't forget this gorgeous rug. And that's the small bedroom here. Now I can show you where we are sleeping, which is opposite. It's so fun. This door looks quite small, doesn't it? You wouldn't expect a big room behind it. So this is us. I love the creaky floorboards. So there used to be a fireplace, or there still is, at least the mantle and everything, but it's no longer in use, but I always love it when they keep it because it's such a great feature. And I don't have any details regarding fabrics or anything. As I told you yesterday, I think a lot of it is actually antique. So I think the striped headboard fabric here might be antique, and as mentioned yesterday, a lot of the pillows are from Susan DeLis. This is also a beautiful blind, so a very small but pretty chair with a gorgeous fabric. Then here opposite is a beautiful bathroom. See, it has the original wooden floorboards. And then a wonderful roll top bath with integrated shower. I don't know if it's practical if you have it every day, so I can't tell you, but having a curtain like this, and because it's the rail is brass, it looks gorgeous. Here's a beautiful antique mirror, and throughout the house is gorgeous artwork. Always adds so much character, and this is, I like to call it old-fashioned, but it goes perfectly with the farmhouse. Okay, now there's a bigger bedroom here to the right. Well, you know what, let me show you the ensuite first. So, especially because the tiles are so colourful. See, now this is a wonderful basin from Burlington, and then they have the shower here. The tiles make it, they are very pretty, aren't they? And then here is the bedroom. And the funny thing is, I noticed these, I asked Jörg yesterday, what are these? And he said, soldiers. So this used to be a window that they closed down, but I love the fact how they used it. It's so much fun. So what we noticed straight away yesterday, these Antoinette Poisson prints, in case you're not familiar with the brand, they are based in Paris. They have beautiful fabrics, wallpaper, lampshades, for example. These lampshades are from Antoinette Poisson. They have gorgeous boxes. We have a box in our master bedroom. Definitely worth checking out. And then here, these lampshades, I don't know where they're from, but the pattern is always works. It's a very timeless and traditional pattern. Love the striped headboard, and I also love this blind. Let me show you. I think this is, again, this might be from Susan DeLis. Have a look here. That's very, very pretty, isn't it? On this side is an antique chest of drawers, and you can see a big mirror. So next to the room is, I won't go in there, there's not much to show you. It's basically where I do my hair and where we keep our clothes. So 2 big, or even 4 big wardrobes, so plenty of space for clothes actually. And that completes the tour. I hope you like it. As I mentioned yesterday, I stumbled upon the farmhouse about 2 or 3 years ago in House and Garden. Back then it was on the cover, I think, and all decorated for Christmas, so I instantly fell in love. Then I saw that you can stay here. I showed it to Jörg, of course, and we said, okay, that's a place that we need to share on our channel, so we hope you enjoy it. Jörg just came home and I'm so relieved. How was it?
Okay.
Was it?
Yes.
No fallen trees on
No,
on
there were.
streets?
I spotted 2 places where there were fallen trees, but it was a side road, so nothing serious.
So
But the roads are very narrow, so at one point I had to drive back probably 200 meters.
yes.
So that somebody could pass me. Yeah.
So this is something we are going to make our
Mayonnaise.
Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner, the
Yeah.
typical German dish we have with things like that. We will show you.
Mayonnaise,
So, tomatoes that we need.
gherkins.
Oh, a huge.
That was the smallest one I could get.
Oh my goodness.
It was the only one I could
Well,
get.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I got some cheese for us. Some cheese for you.
Yeah.
And then I've got
I spot something else.
some sweets from Germany. Then,
Goldfish, teddy bear.
yeah, because you love it, I've got some tea, cappuccino,
Yes.
yeah, 2 apples,
Are you trying to hide the crisps because you're
yeah,
not unpacking
some
them?
potatoes,
Yes, yes.
and yeah, some
Crisps.
Lancashire crisps.
We've never had them.
No, that's why I bought them.
So, what we need to do now is we are going to cook potatoes. In German, we call them Pellkartoffeln.
Yeah, I think the boiled potatoes.
Boiled, peeled potatoes, I don't know. We will just cook them and then they can cool down so we can make the potato salad. But this is the first step. And we will also make 1 hard-boiled egg just for decoration. So if you are more people, 6 or 8 people, you might need 2 or 3 boiled eggs. And now it's time to make the potato salad, Kartoffelsalat, and there are so many different recipes in Germany. This is the version that I grew up with, so my mom either used mayonnaise or yogurt salad sauce. We can't really get that here. And Jörg grew up with the version that's used in the south. I think his mom uses broth in the salad, which I like as well, but I think it's always the version that you grew up with that you love the most. Okay, I just add some salt and pepper and a bit of parsley. The gherkins, we just tried them. They taste, unfortunately, they taste quite different to the ones we get in Germany, but they still work. So I just sliced the tomatoes and we only used 1 apple. And next up are the potatoes. The potatoes are in as well, and it does look like in Germany. So this is the end result. Unfortunately, the bowl is a little bit too big, but it's fine. I think it will taste very nice. And for the Wiener Würstchen, we're using the Arger because the sausages only need to simmer a little bit. 5 minutes maybe.
So, and now, as we do it in Germany, we leave them in the pot.
Yes.
And the reason is keeps them warm.
So we must admit, we actually, every time we visit, we buy mustard.
Yep.
Mittelscharfer Senf, so German mustard, because we love it. So this is what we have in Germany.
Yeah, at least probably maybe half of Germany does it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The other half has a feast.
Yes, so this is quite simple, but we absolutely love it. I always look forward to having it. And we usually have turkey or goose on Christmas Day.
Yes, yeah, or Boxing Day.
Or Boxing Day.
When the family gathers.
Yes. And the only thing is, now we have it twice. We have it today and then on...
In 2 weeks' time?
I was going to say New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve again.
No, it's going to be in 2 weeks' time.
Yes. Jörg doesn't mind. I love it as well, so... Guten Appetit, mein
Mahlzeit.
Schatz. Lass es dir schmecken.
We're back in our kitchen.
Yes, because we must say, probably a lot of you can relate when you're on the road and something like a storm happens.
Yeah, you're always worried.
Yes, you just worry.
But nothing happened.
Luckily.
All is fine.
Yes. So we weren't able to cancel the trip. I mean, when we travelled on Friday, it was fine.
It was fine, yeah, but we made the best out of it. We stayed inside the house and enjoyed the weekend.
In the end, it was very relaxing, completely different as planned because we also wanted to explore for you and film more.
But
we were...
next time.
I mean, we can't complain. We were stuck at a gorgeous 17th century farmhouse. We hope you still enjoy the video. Well, we had a great time. So as always, thank you so much for watching and for understanding.
Yeah.
We'll see you again next week. So
See you soon.
see you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye.